Alright, the movie we're watching is the Invasion of the Body Snatchers, okay? I'm going back and watching some absolute classics back in the old days, okay? I know a lot of boomers will love this one. This one is from 1979, and again, I said this before, I haven't watched essentially a singular movie past or earlier than maybe 1999 or 2000, around 2000, right? Since I was born there. I don't know. A lot of the older movies have like bad visual quality, so I just never really got around to watching it. But to be honest, a lot of the lack of visual quality was also because of back in the day when I watched it. It was like, let's say, when I really watched movies in 2008, 2010. Uh, well, yeah, whatever, around 2010, 2015, whatever. The capability of watching the older movies in good quality wasn't really there, if you know what I'm talking about. Like a lot of the movies were in like they were like DVDs or stuff like that, where it was like 720 and it was like, you know what I mean. But a lot of the older movies, they were shot in actually good quality. It's just the access to watching it in high quality just wasn't there as much in like 2010 or 2015. I feel like uh, unless you actually wanted to buy the raw, like, you know, high developed Blu-ray remastered disc or whatever, right? You know what I mean? I always watch stuff online, and stuff like that wasn't really available. But now a lot of the older footage have kind of resurfaced online with actual, the original high quality, and not the scaled down version that was presented, because people had shittier TVs and whatnot. And the hardware, there was hardware incompatibility, which with actually watching in that full quality. Anyways, okay. People did not like when I watched the 2001 Space Odyssey. People hated that one. I think I don't know. There was like grumpy boomers in the comments. Okay, listen, I'm just giving my opinions. Okay, I felt like the movie was a little bit lackluster. The visuals were nice. The style was nice. The soundtrack was nice. I personally thought some of the acting was like some I don't know. There's a lot of fanboys that would absolutely, ride off to the moon and die with their opinions to defend, whatever piece of media they like, without any criticism at all. And everything else is like, oh no, it's intended, oh, this looks a little goofy. No, you don't understand. I actually read the transcript, and it's if you know the backstory, it's not goofy at all. It's supposed to be like that. You just don't understand because you're stupid and you're a loser. Anyways, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, this is also one of those movies that is like a classic around that time. I think the 2001 Space Odyssey came out 10 years before. 1968. This one came out 1979. The Invasion of the Body Snatchers. No, by the way, I have not seen this. As I said before, I'm not going to watch any movies I've already seen. And this is one of those I have not seen. Let me do some short research here, okay? The movie has a 7.4 out of 10 rating on IMDb. Not great, but not horrible. Yeah, I think I've been yapping enough. Let's actually get into it. Let me just check that I have the right play file here. Nope, it was wrong. I do. I see the thumbnail is like the iconic where the guy looks absolutely petrified, and he's also I don't know. I've only seen it out of context, so I don't know what that's about. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's like a plot twist at the end or if that's in the beginning. I don't know where that scene is. It's shown. Okay, are you ready? Because I am. The movie is 1 hour and 55 minutes, 23 seconds, which is nice actually because I was looking for a shorter video that wasn't too long. I also, as I said on the in the previous ones, I don't watch trailers on for these React videos. Typically, I always watch trailers if I actually go see a movie myself. But for the sake of the authenticity of the reaction, I feel like I get too much out of trailers to the point where I feel like personally I can decipher a whole ass movie from a trailer. There's some people, or yeah, there's people out there they're watching the trailer and they're like, ooh, I don't know what the movie's. It seems pretty good. I don't know exactly what the movie's about, but I feel like unless they actually make the trailer good, meaning not spoilering everything, which I feel like is more rare than anything. Ninja is tired. She only had her 14 hours sleep last night.
Oh? Look at this flower.
Is the lack of music or background like melody or whatever, is that purposeful? Because
What?
it's very like
This plant. I think it's a grex.
awkward, eerie and awkward.
Grex. That's when two different species cross-pollinate and produce a third completely unique growth pattern was even
I said this before. Scary movies don't really get me,
Indeed,
but I want to be gotten. I got it. I want to be got.
Why don't we go up to Vale for the weekend? Fly up Friday, Huh?
Okay, maybe. Sure.
Bonsoir, Monsieur Benet. How nice to see you.
Department of Health. Stereotypical trench coat.
Capers, fresh bay leaf, and garlic.
That's all.
Gonna pull up something different.
What is in this stock?
It's a rat turd.
It's gonna make me eat it.
A rat turd.
A caper.
A rat turd.
A caper.
I'll do it for my restaurant.
A caper? Eat it.
Sure, it is an accident. You know how careful we are.
What was that? Blue light in the rice? For looking for... I don't know. What would you be looking for there with the blue light? Semen? What the hell? Man, if I had that type of work, best believe I would have a company car. Fuck that shit. Or I'd be parking, the next state away.
Oh no.
He feels like an asshole.
Not even good wine.
Like he's too enthusiastic. It feels like he's too enthusiastic to fucking destroy business.
Be there before 8 o'clock.
Did you know that I nominated you for Civil Servant of the Year award?
Like that. He's like, you have to get in super early so we can destroy this fucking business and make them, fucking kill their business. Come on, man, just do it. It's like, why is it so important? Some people, they go above and beyond to do their job, to fuck other people over. I think it's like a power thing, you know what I mean? It's like some cops do that as well. They're like, sometimes you see like videos and they're like, oh, like we need to give you a ticket for speeding. And then the police like ask their officer and they're like, what else could we charge them with? And then they ramble up like a bunch of hypothetical other things they could throw at them. Yes, that sounds good. Something else. Obstruction. Is that crossbreed? Oh, he's been possessed. But I didn't see the flower do anything. Oh wait, is she gonna see it now? Okay, so the Body Snatchers, I think, is a fungal infection in the brain from like the pollen or whatever from the little mixed plant that she had next to him, I think. Because it didn't really grow or touch him, right? So I assume it's like the pollen or whatever from the flower. And because it was next to him and not next to her, kind of got him. I'm assuming.
I want to throw the book at the center of it. It's those scallops in it.
Look, that's what I mean. Throw the book at him.
Start the test right away.
Oh, it's okay, but Carter's doing it. And there's something wrong with the baked potato. Either the sour cream is phony or the
Like
chef...
he's not doing his job. He's going above and beyond to fuck them over.
The mad dentist got up to this time.
As I said before, I have a hard time enjoying movies that are too long.
Ever seen one of these?
Because it's like damn near impossible to make a movie that's 2.5 hours long or damn near 3 hours long without it having a bunch of filler or just getting boring. Maybe
Anyone got a declaration of
1-2% of people do it and it's successful. Quentin Tarantino, amazing at doing entertaining movies. They can be fucking. Hey, Quentin's movies,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tarantino's. Hey, he can make a 5-hour movie, and I'd sit there and I'd enjoy it. Okay, because he is so good as a director and a storyteller. It's just generally it's more rare, especially like if it's a comedy. It has to be pretty short. Like you cannot make a funny comedy that's 3 hours long. Come on, man.
Now? Were we going to the game?
Mainly the only movies that works for, also not horror movies. Not horror movies. No, you'll lose the audience's interest.
Jeffrey, what is
The only
matter?
movies those
I know
work for is
something's wrong.
psychological thriller, psychological mindfuckery movies like The Prestige, Shutter Island.
I don't think I have to justify my every move.
I'm so bad at thinking of names like straight off the bat, but you kind of get my drift.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
What is wrong with her? Is she also getting the effect? Did I miss something? Why did she go stroke his hair and then like and then she walked backwards and then said nothing? Did she also get some of that effect, or did she just sense something off about him so she backed off? I bet you this guy's fucking cooking is a whole lot more shitty than a restaurant.
How you doing?
You gonna talk?
You think it's true that if you think you're losing your mind, then you're not?
That sounds like a stupid saying. If you think you're losing your mind, you're not. I get it. It means that you're self-aware. But you can be a self-aware schizophrenic. You're still a schizophrenic.
I know.
Why is she standing in front of him, man? Move! You can talk on the side.
Not hungry.
Ew! Who eats raw celery? Ugh! Raw celery is one of the most vile things. Ah! She's mixing it with wine!
Okay, will you? Get the cleaver and chop them. And hand me
What is this white cooking?
chopped up there.
What is he cooking? He's cooking up a new white race.
It's something that he was
It's
doing.
47 years old now.
You want to go see him?
Anyways, I'm enjoying it, by the way. I'm just saying.
You think I'm nuts?
You're not crazy. You can do the thing with your eyes.
I have crazy eyes? Jesus. Stop. That's not charming at all. That's just... That's crazy.
You're a great cook.
Man, the movie really has no, like, music in the background ever. I wonder if that's just... I mean... I'd assume with the budget it's 100% a purposeful thing.
Coffee steamed on it.
But I wonder if it's a mistake, you know what I mean?
That's not coffee.
Like if they should have had.
It's coffee. I put it there myself.
Maybe not come out.
He said that's not coffee. He said it is coffee. I put it there myself.
Civil servant.
But why did she say it's not coffee? Is that like a...
You need a doctor?
Do you know what I mean?
Sick.
What's wrong with it?
Like, is that like a hint? Yeah, there's no music ever so
That's
far.
not my wife.
It's just like
She's
dings and whistles.
No, different.
What is that?
See, I've been looking all over for you.
Yeah, she's taken.
What's the matter with you? You all right?
Is it infecting the whole town? But where did the... I'm assuming it's the plant that she talked about. The genetical mixing of the plants and something. But where did it originate from? Was that her own plant that she grew? Or no? Because they're not... Typically, in these types of like scenarios, movies, they would have like flashbacks, or not flashbacks, they would have like scene cuts of like showing the plant grow. You know what I mean? When it's like a like a fungal infection or like a plant causing it or whatever, they would show like
Conspiracy.
progression of it growing and spreading and look at the, you know what I mean.
Need Jeffrey to
We haven't
talk
seen
to
a
us.
single
He's always in his office.
scene
in the
again.
morning.
It was that Jeffrey? I forgot his face. Is that Jeffrey?
It really was weird. Jeffrey was meeting all
Yeah.
sorts of strange people.
Jeffrey with a G, yeah? It's supposed to be J. Jeffrey?
Maybe they were patients of Jeffrey.
I didn't know you could spell Jeffrey with
Oh, no,
G.
no, Matthew, I know they weren't.
How can he see through
I
that?
followed him all day from one end of town to the other.
I thought it was J. Jeffrey, not Jeffrey.
It was a nightmare. It really became frightening.
So I wonder here.
Like the whole city had changed.
I think it's the
overnight.
opposite. Right there, when she was retelling her experience, right there she was possessed or she was affected by the, whatever it is. Right? Like when she's retelling that, she's like, everyone else is crazy. I think she was the one that was particularly crazy at that moment.
In the Sahara
But
Desert.
now she snapped out of it, you know what I mean?
They've been, and one of the men says,
Oh, wait, you have told me this one.
Oh. Fucking ruined, man! When someone retells your story, okay, you pretend like you heard it for the first time.
"Oh my God! Oh my God! Lock the door! Lock the door!"
They're coming! They're coming!
Just to be nice, okay? Don't interrupt someone in the middle of the joke.
Back shut of his skull.
Terrified.
You're an expert.
Especially when you see
You're an expert in danger.
the grin on their face.
Something terrible. Please.
This is the Elizabeth. The book is awful. Kibner's book is awful. His ideas are garbage.
Hey, it's the guy from fucking...
Can you say that about a man?
What is it called?
I'm not saying it about a
Kidman?
man like Kibner. I'm saying it about
No, the guy.
these things off every 6 months. Takes me 6 months to write one line sometimes.
Why?
Because I pick each word individually, that's why.
What's so hard?
It's from fucking... I've only seen him in one movie, I think, and it's from Jurassic Park, of course.
Turk?
Okay, who has a clown mirror in their apartment? That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
What's so hot about that? What's so hot about that?
You must have a report on it because there was a motorcycle officer there, and there was an ambulance on the way.
The cop was also cuckoo.
Know them. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody.
Well, that's easy for you to say. They don't
No, of
jump
course I
all
saw
over
it. No,
you.
the man
This
was
is
running down the
poison.
street.
It's
He was
romantic,
being chased by
sentimental,
people. He landed on my car.
post-industrial.
Man, shut the fuck up, man.
Apt, and
Just
they
a
all
second,
eat it
Lee.
up.
I am talking to the police. No, he was lying bleeding on the road.
What seems to be the trouble, officer?
Hello.
Don't
Yeah.
ever give your name to cops. What do you want to do? Get on their master list?
Leavenworth.
True, that's good. Good advice. If you're gonna report a crime, don't give them your name. I mean, unless you want to deal with some headaches, they can show up to your house. Hey, we need some more information. Then boom, you're on a list and you're a suspect.
Oh, it's still there.
Of course it's still there. What did you expect?
DPH, Health Department. Just in the wrong order.
Ah, Jack. How was the book party?
That guy hasn't picked up his clothes yet from the clothing store. Washing clothing. What's wrong with him? Look at the king.
Hey, can you help me out here? Oh, give me a hand. Help me out of this thing.
That looks, oh my, dude, that looks like the most disgusting place to work at. Imagine cleaning that. I bet you they pee in that shit too. I mean, there you go. Oh, hell no.
It's for the plants, Stan.
Screw the plants.
Oh, come on. The first time they have music in the movie and this fucker says shut it off.
Plants have feelings, you know, just like people.
That's a myth. Plants don't
It's
like
fascinating.
music.
This type of
They
music.
hate it. Well, goddamn, he's skinny. But how do they get access to the plant? I don't get it. They did never show that. Like how it kept growing and... Oh, it's like evolution. It's like, if you know what I'm talking about. The ants that get infected and become ant zombies and they climb up a tree to die. So they get eaten by birds. So the parasite gets into a bird. And then yada yada yada, the cycle continues.
Jeffrey?
The first person that got infected, I think, is Jeffrey. Well, I don't know if it's the first. Sorry, not Jeffrey. Geoffrey, her husband. I don't know if it was the first. And the thing he was handing off, I think, was the plant.
Jeffrey!
And they're handing them off to each other, and they're planting them, and they're growing them, because that's how it works, the infection, right? So it can spread. That's what they've been doing when they walk around. And I think the bouquet or whatever that was wrapped, the first time we saw a package being handed off, it was that, I think.
Thanks for helping.
Obviously.
Night.
Your boy is smart, okay? Don't let them tell you otherwise. Oh, Jesus.
My nose. Please.
My nose. That guy always has like no care for others. Yeah. See? She's giving the plant to someone else now. But was it her that made the first one? Or why are her
Who is it?
lips so chapped? But I don't, dude, he's not the cop. He's not CIA. He's not the mortician. Why is he being called? And why is he touching a dead body?
Is it contagious?
Any of your customers see this?
No.
It'd ruin us. It's all we need.
Look, I'm calling.
Maybe wear some gloves, man.
Why?
Why?
Why is his lip so chapped too? Wait, why did he ask about his height and whatnot? It's just like the infectious zombie ant that grows up the tree and dies. She's becoming a cocoon. It's happening to him too. Is no one noticing how everyone is drying up in the face and looking real fucking weird? Oh, that was unnecessarily creepy. Okay, this is not The Shining though, bro. Why is he doing the creepy stuff when he's not the monster or the villain, you know what I mean? This is definitely the limitation of the times, because the practical effect should have been better. They just used a human body and put some pieces of like, you know, some pieces of fake hair on it, and then, but it's supposed to look like not a human body. It's supposed to look like, you know, they're obviously, the dialogue is showing that it's like, what is this? But the visual effect is not really portraying a mystery, right? It just looks like a human body with some fake hair on it, you know what I mean? But yeah, oh, that's what they've been compressing, right? The cocoon. Yeah, but there's like, that's the limitation of the practical effect, right? They just put a normal person there. I feel like they maybe could have tried a little bit harder to make it look more non-human or alien-esque, you know what I mean?
Take her to my place.
But yeah, that's what they're doing.
Until we get back there.
But my friend has had some difficult emotional experiences during the last couple of days. But I think this is
that camera zoom though. Leave that guy alone. That was such an unnecessary camera zoom. I've never seen such an unnecessary camera zoom ever in my life.
Will Elizabeth be coming home?
Did he say no in front of the cops? Did he just literally say, yes, I took this woman from her house, and the husband is like, no, I don't want to I don't want to drop charges. And the guy asked him, will my wife come home in front of the cops? And he straight up said, no. Like, what? Hey, we'll drop the charges because the husband thinks that the woman you kind of, I guess, kidnapped. But he's not fucked up anymore.
So its nose bleed.
It had tender.
Why is his face not fucked anymore? Is that also practical effect failure, or
Thing that's happened to Jeffrey
is there some actual logical reason for that?
Elizabeth, would you
Also, it was a copy of him.
please listen to yourselves?
That's why he asked about his length and his height and his cock size and his weight. Again, I didn't make the correlation because the practical effect was a little wacky. Because the body was not even close. It was like 2x his body size.
You are trying.
Do we trust this guy? I don't know. I don't know about that, Bucko. I don't know. He's gaslighting a lot. He's a professional gaslighter. And you know what they say about psychiatrists? Psychiatrists are the biggest gaslighters.
Now I want you to look.
Don't fucking smell it! Yeah, he did
I am not.
get in the car with some sassy people.
Of course, this is just the same way those rocket ships landed thousands of years ago, so those spacemen could mate with monkeys and apes and create the human race. It's happening now.
I was thinking of when he turned around slowly right there. I was thinking of a scene from Scream 1, the ending, when the killer turns around like that. He looked very similar in the face, and he says, "We all go a little crazy." It's an iconic fucking scene. And then he shoots Stewie. No, not Stewie. The funny guy. I'm trying to find a clue on his skin if he's also infected.
You don't have to lift a finger. Can I?
You've been consistently late.
I was hoping for that.
Behind in your work.
Fuck, I was hoping to see some, like,
Alan,
a tiny bit of string on his
Can't understand why you've become so emotional.
on his
about
side or
this
something.
flower.
But maybe he's not. I don't trust any of these people.
So then you'll meet me here again tomorrow, right, Mr. Bennett?
Yeah.
Now, don't say a word to
The
anyone.
fuck is that guy doing? That was not even an extra, man. That was a random dude. They're just fucking with. They're stalling, or they're toying with him. They're just sending him.
This is serious business, Mr. Bennell.
Hello?
Is this just a case of paranoia, Mr. Bennell?
They're just fucking gaslighting him. This is how you cause
I think the horizon was bright.
paranoia. This is how you cause.
No.
Fuck, it's called something. Artificial psychosis. Psychosis made by another human. Shared psychosis. This can happen to you. This can happen to anybody. This happens to people that are in cults. Yeah. Little by little they start warping their beliefs in one thing and then another thing, and then it spreads like a virus, and all of a sudden no one knows what's real anymore.
I'm not getting a thing here.
And everyone is gaslighting each other. This guy is creepy, man. Is this guy from Star Trek? I don't know who this guy is, but I do have a faint recognition in his face. He being creepy. I've never liked him from the start. I think he's from... Is he in Star Trek? I think so. I never watched Star Trek. Is he Zog?
We can.
Is that a thing?
Can I give the village?
Zog! I don't fucking know. I think this is from the Hunger Games, actually. I volunteer. Gorgon. The planet of Gorgon. I don't know. I'm just throwing out stuff like buzzwords I know. Intergalactic space travel. Manufactured psychosis, it's called. That's when other people basically give you psychosis. This can happen to you. This can happen to you. It almost happened to me. All it requires is a group of people that are real fucked up in the head, either maliciously or just because they have, you know, they're in a cult or some shit, or it can even happen to one person. Imagine being in a relationship with someone and they start going a little mad and they start gaslighting you every day, convincing you of stuff that isn't real, but they convince you of it, and they sprinkle in a little truth in there with the big lie, and eventually you believe in it, man. You go schizo. It can be something simple. Let's say, for example, you always wake up, you're like super tired, right? And they gaslight you. They're like, what's wrong with you? Huh? You sleep 12 hours every day. Why do you sleep 12 hours every day? In actuality, you only get 4 hours of sleep. And they gaslight you and they wake you up and they're like, wake up, you've been sleeping for 12 hours. What, have I? Wait, no, didn't I fall asleep during this time? No, you didn't. You've been sleeping for 12 hours, you lazy bitch. Boom. You start going a little crazy. That looks so fucking disgusting. Oh, there's a plant that looks similar to that, actually. It's called... Ah, fuck. It looks like that. It's like blood red. And it's in a lot of video games, too. That looks disgusting. Oh, it's a whole ass human. Hold on now. Pause. Oh, so that is the top of someone's head, no? Because I was thinking about that. Corpse flower. So these are copies of the humans? No! Because then there'd be a bunch of duplicates walking around. I'm confused because we mainly saw duplicates, right? Why are they... Oh, he's flaking! He's a flaker. Oh, so they just need to...
Like the others!
They just need to touch you to get your DNA. And then they multiply using your DNA. But then why haven't we seen a bunch of duplicated people walking around? I thought they just infected you. He did say never tell the police your name. Why are they calling them pods? Since when? When did they get that nickname? But where are the originals of all these duplicates? I don't understand that. Because I just assumed like the
Operator,
Occam's razor, man. I just assumed it was infected, but it's the duplicates that are taking over.
Hang up, man.
And where are all the originals?
You have a gun?
What are we gonna do?
It's so inconvenient not having a gun. Come on, man, it's America. So it's not really body snatchers now, is it? It's more like body duplicates. Oh, they were communicating. Yeah, I don't think they do much. I don't think they do verbal communication, right? That's why they let them go past them. But they sensed that they were different. They kept on going, made contact with the other pods for non-verbal communication, and they were like, "Yo, those motherfuckers ain't pods." It's very smart, practical filming. Very, very smart, practical filming. That none of the horror and none of the screeching is being shown visually. It's all happening off screen. Like the screaming, screeching, you see that, it's the back of the head. It's never showing their face when it's happening. It helps with practical effect. Because in reality, if you, especially with the lack of ability for good practical effect, probably for this movie, it would probably just look goofy. Having zoom ins on the face while they're like screeching and you know, it would probably look goofy. So doing it like this off screen and just on the back of their bodies and stuff is
Some night, eh?
clever.
Yeah.
Clever, much cheaper as well. So because that's what I'm wondering, is the psychiatrist, because the psychiatrist was way too eloquent and smart for him to be a zomboid pod, right? Unless they're that good where they can copy everything about them one to one and mimic their mannerism and all that. Which again I thought was a weird like plot hole, but that they're that smart and still keep the human knowledge and all that. But it's a movie, GF. Shut your mouth. Would you be duplicated? Would Ninja be duplicated? I wonder what she would do. Still scream, cry for candy, probably. Oh yeah, what happened to the testing? Did they do testing or skip that part? It's the time to kiss. I could never imagine kissing a woman with thick mustache. Ugh, I remember kissing my father. But I mean, not that way, you know what I mean? Not in that way. Like, I told you, man. I told you Mrs. GF is smart as fuck. Did I not fucking say that this is how they spread? Evolution?
Stop them.
They spread the seed. Pause.
Look at they control the whole city.
They spread the seed, and that was what her husband, you know, gave around and whatnot.
It says take one.
Take five.
What the fuck? I was gonna say like, says take one. I was like, oh, he's gonna say take two. Motherfucker said, take 5 pills for speed?
Come over here.
Bro, he's gonna hallucinate more than the fucking plant virus.
Don't let them touch her.
Nah, it's okay. They're on fucking 5 pills of crack cocaine. Ah, why would you poke it there? Is that a normal place to poke?
That's not true. David's
The
right.
fucking forearm?
Your mind and
Aye.
memories will be totally absorbed.
Ah, not the hand! Why? Just do it there, man. I think this is just like narco, like to make them sleep. But these motherfuckers just took 5 pills of fucking menta, melafine, crack cocaine, heroin. I don't think they're gonna pass out. Yeah, they ain't gonna do shit. And they ain't gonna do shit with those tablets, man. Plus minus 0.2. He knows. Look at him.
There are people who will fight.
Is he the creator of it? That makes sense because he's a psychiatrist. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the creator. Like he's like fuck. He ran he ran out of faith for the human race from all his psychiatrists. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, nah, this is the only way. Oh, it's not the original one, right? I'm confused just now. I'm so confused. What happens to the originals, man? I've asked this so many times now. I haven't gotten an answer. Answer me, god damn it! What the fuck? Hey! Bro, what is that dog? Who's that? That was probably the scariest thing so far. Is that a mutant or did they skin someone's face and put it on the dog? The fuck? Wait, what happened to the other woman? Did I miss that? Did I blink? What happened to the other woman? It's so funny in old movies like this. Jesus. So funny in older movies like this. Like half the dialogue is just dubbed over when you can't see the character's lips. Like all that, like the past 2 minutes, it's all been like dubbed over in the studio. And they've probably said nothing. It's all body acting. They do that on purpose, that's why they don't show their faces a lot. But what happened to the lab results? They were supposed to test it, you know? She fell asleep.
Wake up. Wake up.
Oh wait, so it starts happening immediately when you fall asleep? Why? Even if there's no plants next to you? Is it because you're already infected? I thought the plant had to be like next to you or whatever. Ugh! Ew, man! So that's what happens to the original. They just disappear?
There's nothing to be afraid of. They were right.
Oh my! Now I got my answer.
Sleep.
Hey!
Matthew.
Come, man. Come. No,
Matthew.
come. And then sleep. So everyone is infected now. Everyone except him. Or... So he is like undercover, I guess. Like he's just... He schmelted in there. Pretending to be infected like everyone else. Just so he could live a normal-esque lifestyle. But he always has to pretend. I'm curious why he didn't just go rogue. I'm curious why he chose to keep on pretending to live his daily routine. The scene is coming. I can feel it. I recognize the atmosphere and the background. There's a plot twist coming, I think, and he's gonna do that.
Matthew?
At something. Oh. What the fuck? It wasn't a fully plot twist, I guess. He was infected. Okay, never mind. I think, okay, I was under the assumption, which I'm sure like 99% of other people, or 95% of other people probably were, that he was just trying to blend in, but I guess he was infected. Oh, okay. No, it wasn't really a big plot twist. Okay, I thought it was gonna be like a crazy plot twist. The thing is, when I saw that, I didn't even hear the audio when I seen that clip right there. I've only seen like a screenshot or like he cut out before the screeching happened. So I just assumed that he saw something shocking, but actually he was just Pod, and he was snitching her out essentially. So she wasn't actually Pod. She was actually truly then the actual last man standing or the last woman standing. She was actually able to stay undercover, and she was not lying when she, came to them. And she somehow managed to escape without turning. And then she met him, and she assumed that he was, they would link up again, but he just snitched on her. That expression was kind of scary. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I liked it. It was a good movie, actually. I liked it. It's from 1978. There's a few people said that it was it aged very well in terms of entertainment, and it did. I think. A few. Should I start with the criticism or their compliments? I'll start with the compliments first. It was overall entertaining. I wish I would have watched this maybe with someone else, maybe like a girlfriend or something later at night. I feel like that would be the most enjoyable. I'm just speaking in general. Not that I'm like, oh, I really wish I'm just speaking in general. I feel like that's the type of movie it would probably be. You probably watch it with like a significant other later at night. It's like it's not a horror movie really. It's a horror movie genre, I guess, but I didn't feel the horror-esque of it all. It wasn't very scary. Maybe when it came out, because of in the time period, this was more of a like the concept was so like scary because obviously I'm looking at it from the current day lens. And the shock factor isn't really there in terms of the plot of the virus and whatnot. So it wasn't that scary, but it was enjoyable. It was like it was a very casual, enjoyable movie. I liked it. The only problem, or sorry, I'll get to that later. It was enjoyable. I thought the characters were good. I thought the dialogue was solid. I didn't think it was any. There was no off-putting, cringy dialogue at all. I thought the acting and the dialogue was very like on point. There was nothing I really. There was not a single dialogue or moment where I was like, "What?" Either what face or like cringed at. So that's a big positive because that seems like that's a hard standard to follow in today's in today's standard of movie making. Or any movie after like 2016 or 2018 or something. So it was good. I thought, okay, yeah, I guess the bad part, I guess. It got a little slow towards the last 1/3. The beginning was very nice and like good pacing. The middle part, a little bit after the middle part, it kind of dropped off, and the pacing started to become very slow pace towards the last half. Yeah, I felt like the first half had much better pacing and like it kept you more engaged in a very nice way, where it was like it was still like ooh, like you had questions basically. They made you ask questions like, ooh, what about this? Ooh, what about that? What about this? And the scene and the pacing was very good in the first half, and then it was like it dropped off a little bit. It started getting a little bit slower. It was like scenes were a little bit slower, and it was like I don't know, it was just overall the pacing was like a little, you know. I feel like maybe they could have cut the movie by like 10 minutes or something towards the last half, or had like I don't know more interesting scenes, maybe. Also less dialogue, a lot less dialogue towards the end. I don't know if this is a criticism, but yeah, like the plot was like it's a good concept and I like the concept. I felt like it could have been even better though, and I wish it was like maybe the ending had a bigger like plot twist or like a bigger climax basically. Yeah, it was also a lot of things left undiscovered, I guess. I feel like it would have been fun to explore a little bit more of the possibility to create like an antidote or something. Like they already started the process of like she went to the lab and she was very insistent on getting it tested, and then that was it. They just skipped that part. They just like didn't explore further on that. I feel like it would have been cool if there was a little bit more of a moment of like I'm a legend, if you know what I'm talking about, where like towards the end he's either super close at getting the cure, or he manages to get a cure, or like there's a hint towards the end of them actually getting a cure and actually figuring it out. But then the plot, not the plot hole, the plot, the cliffhanger is like, oh, but did they actually manage to get the cure out there, or was their effort like thwarted at the end? Stuff like that would have been cool. Yeah, like for example, that would have been cool. Like when she told the guy like, "Hey, can you get it done in 24 hours?" He said 28 hours, and obviously it was a little obvious like that everyone was kind of pods and everyone was kind of bought in. But it would have been a cool plot twist if it was like actually that guy that you assumed was also corrupted, and obviously he wouldn't have managed to get a cure, right? It would have been cool as a cool little plot twist where it's like, no, actually that guy was not a pod, and in actuality he had been secretly on his own way, in his own way, he'd actually managed to get a cure, and that kind of shows at the end. Stuff like that would have been kind of a little bit cooler to explore upon it, which is a big criticism that the movie, although quite enjoyable, it's very. This is something I don't think I would ever actually vocally say about many other movies, because I wouldn't really think about it. It's very linear. Okay, typically that's a complaint I would have with a video game, not necessarily with a movie, but it's very linear, if that makes sense. Which sounds weird because a movie is like it's already predetermined, right? It's like not like a video game where you can explore multiple different things. But it feels like a very linear. You know what I mean? It's not very complex. It doesn't feel very complex. I feel like the initial promise in the beginning of the movie, or the first third, or the first half was that it was gonna be more of a complex kind of movie, and it was gonna be more complex. But then it felt like it had the problem that some movies have, where it's like it's very ambitious in the beginning, and then again kind of gets dialed inwards and inwards and inwards, and it becomes more and more dumbed down. I feel like I think I'm pretty on point with that, where it's like it feels more of a big, cool, complex thing in the beginning, and the vision for the movie, like when you're watching it as the audience, it's like this in the beginning, and then the more the screen time goes on, especially when I feel like this vision peaked in the first one third of the movie, and then it kind of gets smaller and smaller and more narrow, and the storytelling and the complexity of the world becomes more and more narrow and narrow and narrower. I feel like that's a good way to describe this movie. But I enjoyed it. I would give it a. Let me check the IMDb. And I'm not saying that IMDb is like a gold standard by any means. I don't know if people dislike IMDb or not, but that's just what I'm gonna be using. There's too many places where there's ratings and whatnot, and Rotten Tomato and whatnot. I'm just gonna stick with IMDb, to be honest. Like for example, Amazon has a 7. Amazon's is 7. Amazon's is 7. Oh my god, I keep on saying it wrong. Amazon's is 4.7 out of 5. That's super high. That's not even close to IMDb's. So if you were to scale that up, it's like a 9.4 out of 10, right? That's kind of crazy. That sounds inflated as hell. On IMDb, it's a 7.4 out of 10. 7.4 out of 10. So let's say, to simplify it, let's say 74% of the audience liked the movie and 26% didn't like it that much. Obviously, that's not how ratings work. That's not. I'm just like, putting a different perspective on it. 7.4 out of 10. I will personally give it. I will actually give it a higher. I think that's a good metric for me. If I'm willing to rate something higher or lower than the average on IMDb. This one, 7.4. Even though I did have the very valid complaints, I think I would give it a, because it's very unique, because it's a special genre. Of like a virus infection, zombie-esque, apocalyptic type of thing. That's often done very poorly. And it has a very bad reputation in Hollywood in general. And a lot of these virus-esque type of movies are typically rated like 4 out of 10. Like they're the bottom of the barrel in terms of entertainment, typically. I'd give it 8.4, I think. 8.4. I think that's fair. It gets a bunch of points redacted because it drops off at the last half and whatnot that I already talked about. 8.4, I think is fair. Overall, the reason for the higher score is because it's entertaining. Like, is it complex? No, not really. Is it, convoluted? Like, I like convoluted movies. No. It's like a mind twister? No. Is it like a crazy ambitious movie? No, definitely not. It's just nice casual enjoyment to just watch it. It was nice. Yeah, I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. Okay, if you want to see the full uncut, uncircumcised, and unedited reaction with the video, it's on patreon.com. Physique reaction. Wait, Physique react. So if you want to see it there, I think it's very cheap. I put it on like $5 reduce or something like that. But otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, see you in the next reaction when I find something good to watch. Okay. You can give some suggestions if you want to, or don't. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.